welcome back to part 2 of Scottish Car Enthusiasts, the lockdown session, and we're currently looking through the last edition of Max Power magazine, and we currently got to Jess, one of Max Power babes. We've now passed the first of the Max Power babes, and we're now entering a advert for Wheelbase. We'll look at some of our wheels here in our special Max Power sale. And we're now looking on to a Ford Fiesta, a Mark 5, I think, Fiesta. This car was bought by this lad's granddad. Yes, this would be a Mark 4, looking at the registration plate. So he's basically removed like the badging from the boot, made it all smooth. And I think it's still the 1.25 engine he's had in this car. It's got a combat kit. Yeah, it's a 1.25 Z-Tech. And again, the Fiestas were one of these cars that was in the Max Power scene from day one. So this was bought by his granddad, and he spent £20,000 plus on this car. So some of the features is, as I said, it's a 1.25. It's got a ported and polished head with an upgraded camshaft, Magnafloor back box, a Piper Cross induction kit. It's been lowered 60mm all round on G-Max springs. It's got front strut brace, cambered rear wheels with 5mm spacers. The wheels are 17-inch matrix wheels. And interior is basically taking the heated front seats from a Fiesta. It's all been trimmed in cream leather. He's got cream carpets with cream mats. Let's see what else he's got. And his ICE system at the time was a Pioneer P5900 DVD player, to Pioneer front door speakers and tweeters. Then coming over to here, we've got Lark Speed. Remember them? And this is the Filth and the Fury. This is when a couple of guys of Max Power went along and checked out behind the scenes to see what keeps the world rally car ticking. So this must have been a fantastic job, just being behind the scenes and helping out with the rally car team. And again there. Apparently the only thing that's on the rally, that was in the rally car from factory, was the door handles. So then again, now we've got a advert for EBC and Cobra. Check out that Mark 6 Fiesta. Then we go into the Volkswagen Polo GTI. I really love Volkswagens on Porsche alloys. It's got a fantastic ICE system as well. And even the other craze back in the day was the headline on, especially on VAG cars, was doing the headline, and totally different. This looks like it's got a camo effect. But I mean, you can't beat a Polo or any Volkswagen on a set of Porsche alloys, and they're the Porsche Design 90s or D90s I think they're called. So he bought the car for 3,300. He spent £2,500 on it, which isn't bad going. Top speed 125 and 130 brake horsepower. It's 1.6 16 valve GTI. It's got a BMC panel filter, colour coded engine cover, polished battery cover. It's on coilovers. It's loaded 110mm at the front, 100mm at the rear. As I said, we mentioned the wheels already. Interior's got the Voxel tombstone seats, I think. Urban camo roof lining, urban camo A, B and C pillars, urban camo gear gator, and he's got MTX components front and rear as his ICE system. I mean, I'm not a VAG man. I mean, I do have a VAG group car, but I never really got the Volkswagen scene until I got a VAG car, and I'm not into it now, but I do appreciate the build that these people do, and what subtle mods like new wheels just change the look of the car. And we're now into a Skyline. That's a 5-door Skyline. There you go. Again, it's on air suspension. 200 brake horsepower throttle bodied engine. Get in there a little bit more. And that is just your classic Nissan Datsun interior of the day. So this is a 1972 Nissan Laurel Skyline C1110. It was bought for £15,000. It was spent £20,000 on modifying it. 200 brake horsepower, 140mph top speed, 0 to 60 in 6.4 seconds, and it's powered by a 2393cc L24. And it's had a full impulse refresh, including reconditioned pistons, rods, and balanced crank. It's custom wire tuck, alloy radiator, cherry red cam cover, standard 5-speed with a lightened flywheel. And it's got endless 4-pot calipers front and endless discs all round. Wheels and tyres are Volks TE37s, 15-inch tyres, and it's got a ducktail front chin spoiler, as you can see down the bottom there. Chrome wing mirrors, polished fuel cap, restored and retrimmed interior using black leather. So we'll carry on here to the next page, and we've got a BMW. So have a look in here. It's got like the, I don't know if that's like the Navy or the Air Force logo in here. So looking at this car, it's finished in this lovely sort of grey black colour. What flashings of carbon fibre. It's beautiful. Carrying on. He doesn't know how much he spent on it, or how much it cost. It was just a bargain apparently, but it's a supercharged BMW E92 M3. These 20-inch Vorsteiner wheels. Yep, and we move on to Santa Pod's Fast Show with Win a Date with a top UK female porn star. Okay. and we shall continue. Then we have a Fuel Girls Modball Diary 2010 over in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Death Valley, the Grand Canyon, and then we move on to a car you probably wouldn't see in Max Power, a smart car. Carry on to the next page. What a funky wee car that is. And even just getting a nice install into a smart car is something else. And I love that interior. So on this car it cost £4,000 to buy, and money spent on modifying it was £7,000. It's got a top speed of 100 mph and 85 brake horsepower. Comes from a 650cc engine and not 68.5. So it's had its engine completely rebuilt. It's got hybrid turbo, forged dump valve, jam speed exhaust. It's had an Evo twin remap. It's dropped on lowering springs. They're deep dish Brabus alloys resprayed blue and black. It's had a full black respray outside. Some airbrushing, Hawaiian theme and Tika gods. Front bumpers and side skirts, smoothed out fog lights. Full leather interior and inside. Full respray in blue and black as well, with carbon effect airbrushing. Ice wise, it's got an Alpine DVA 100 7-inch touchscreen, head unit with a JLW6V2 10-inch sub, JL 500 amp, JL 300 2 amp, Voxel K2 powers with tweeters. Yeah, it's amazing what you can pack into a little smart car. And we're about to go into our next model, so we better make it safe. Next Max Power model is Michaela. So the next feature car we have is a Peugeot 607. When did you last see a 607? Especially in Max Power. But wow, this looks good, and it's been done in the sort of style of a military police car. No, this guy always said, sorry, it's a 605. He wanted a 607, but it's a 605. I mean, this is stunning. I mean, the interior is just basically. Try and get some of that away. Pull out the light a wee bit. The interior is just exquisite Peugeot, standard Peugeot, full leather. There you go. Guy's wearing a gas mask. Another advert there. And this is a 1996 Peugeot 605. A car cost sod all, money spent even less. Top speed, stealthed attack velocity. 0 to 60 is quick enough to evade radar, and it's basically a 2 litre 16 valve. It's been dropped on air suspension using stainless coilovers. Each wheel is separately controlled by remote control. It's got 7 by 17 inch rusted steelies and 8 by 5 times 17 inch widened rusted steelies on the rear. It's been debadged, smooth grille, side indicators removed, door strips removed, front license plate recess smoothed, tinted fog lights. It's got a military serial number on the boot lid and a World War II style bomber pin-up on the front bumper. That's stunning there. And over on this page here, we've got adverts for Secure My Ride, Spax, and Max Graphics. Now, what do you think this type of car is? This is a Mark III Voxel Astro. I wouldn't have guessed on the front, but as you can see from the rear, it is Mark III Astro. Smooth tailgate and the bumpers. And just moving over to here, you can see it's got blue interior, it's a bit blue for my liking. It's got a touch screen type thing in the dash, blue and white cream leather seats. So here we go on this one. This Astra cost £1,250 and I spent £14,000 modifying it. Brake horsepower is 185 and owner estimates it does 150 mile an hour. It's powered by the 2 litre 4-cylinder. It's got Matheson Technics chip, a flowed cylinder head, Schrick camshaft and a nitrous oxide kit. It's got on coilovers KW variant too, and wheels and tyres are RHZW3 17 by 8.5 at the front, 17 by 9.5 on the rear. Exterior it's got a smooth VW Golf Mark III front bumper and a CSR automotive rear bumper. It's got wide arches, angel eye headlights, custom clear rear light clusters, and it's been fully smoothed bad boy bonnet and a one-off grille. As I mentioned, it's had a leather retrim, white dial kit, colour coded steering wheel. Ice wise, it's a Stein N-DVD player, 7-inch dash mounted TFT screen with a Rockford Fosgate amplifier. Well, I would never have thought that was a Voxel Astro Mark III. Let's continue on. And into our next one we have what appears to be a Voxel Corsa. So it is a Voxel Corsa, it's recognisable. Again, another staple of the max power modifying scene. This Corsa. Now, I always wanted a Corsa as my first car, and I'd seen inspiration on a pink Voxel Nova. I think it might be in the Kingdom Developments one, and I always wanted a pink Voxel Corsa for some reason. Don't judge me, it was nearly 20 years ago. And here we go here. So it's got a 2 litre red top conversion. Car cost £3,600 to buy, and he spent £20,000 modifying it. 158 brake horsepower, 0 to 66 seconds, and a top speed of about 148. It's got 17-inch Kai Force 10 wheels. It's been resprayed in flat black with gold roof and spoiler. Combat 2 kit. And we've had the wide arches smoothed into skirts, extended bonnet, smooth rub strips. Interior wise is basically stripped with a shell painted black, rear carbon wrapped dash, Momo Team steering wheel, 24 karat gold plated sparkle pedals. Okay, I'm not sure I'd want to be stamping on 24 karat gold pedals, but each to their own. Ice wise, it's a Pioneer SD head unit with vibes, 2 Vibe Space Stereo, 400 watt amps, 1 Vibe Deep Space 300W amp, 2 times Vibe sub 12 inch 100,000 subs. And moving over, we've got the lovely Nicola Allian advertising for Powerful Exhausts.co.uk. Now, if you were a Maxer back in the day, there was always the cruise reports, and this was always a popular place to go to in the Max Power magazine and check out cruise reports if there was one from your area. So this is Halloween, so I'm guessing that's in Hull. And just check out the scene back in the day. Some of the cars there, you've got an Evo, a Skyline. There's a Zara down there. Wow. Continue on. And you always had the cruise girls as well, being there. And at this cruise, they were raising money for charity, and they raised over £1,000 for a cancer charity. Just down the bottom there, you have an advert for EliteDirect.com. And the next cruise we have is Kent Cruisin, which was the relaunch cruise. Some cars again, there's your staple Mark 4.5 Fiesta there, Mark 4 Golf, I think it's a Peugeot. Got your Clio as well, they were big in the day. Up there's a wee Swift, Skyline there. Down the bottom there's your every cruiser's favourite Corsa with 3-spoke alloys as well. And we've got the Cream Open Day. So this was a fundraiser for the flood victims. This was raising money for floods that happened in Pakistan. So I've had the Fuel Girls there. With a Skyline here, picture of a Skyline. Here you got your other staple, the cruise scene, Supra Impreza, Supra, Civic, I think, Fuel Girls, Toyota Celica there, another Skyline, nice install there. An old school BMW. It looks like a Volvo with a big massive sound system in the back. Basically, if you want a big enough sound system, get yourself an old school Volvo. And then we're moving into the next cruise report we're going to go into is the Mids Halloween cruise. So you got TVR there. Wow. So this was a cruise which encouraged people to get dressed up for Halloween, or underdressed, as it might appear here. Got a wee Yaris there, Corsa, Skyline. There's an old Seat Ibiza. You don't see very many of these ones nowadays either. girls, old school cool. Check out the wheels there, bling bling. Go up here. Yeah. Apparently it was a fancy dress clunge fest. Okay. Got 206 there, another car modifying great. And that looks like a steel. Don't really see many steels about either nowadays. That looks like a Rover MG. 106 Saxo. Hard to tell. Then we get onto Southend, the legendary Southend Cruise. Never a dull moment at Southend. Yeah, got your other typical car there, the Sierra Cosworth. There's an old Skoda there. Moving up, bit of American. Moving down, nope, burnouts. Nova there, that's old school. What else have we got here? Chrysler PT Cruiser. Old school Fiesta Mark II. Renault Clio. Renault Clio. Evos. And Fiat Punto. And West Suffolk Cruisers. And what we'll do is we're going to come back for part 3 in this video, and we're going to leave it at this, which is we'll come back in part 3 and have a look at this stunningly beautiful Mazda MX-5. So I'd just like to thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and look out for part 3 on the final edition of Max Power magazine. There's still a lot to go. We've crammed 116 pages in, probably over about 40 minutes, over 2 videos so far. But we'll come back for part 3, and we'll see you then. Thank you for watching.